The first block is the trigger. What I like about anything is that it guides you step by step. So in this case, we are building a chatbot, so we will choose on chat message. So this tells anything, starts this workflow anytime a chat is received. Good. We will make this chatbot publicly available. That is the link. Then we'll go ahead and customize the chatbot. The default is Nathan. We will customize it to the brand name. In this case, Humble. So when a customer clicks the link, he's going to say, "Hi there, my name is Humble. How can I assist you today?" Then you click out on the gray area to go back to the canvas. Next, anything will ask, what happened next? We are building an AI chatbot, so we choose AI and then choose Anthropic. Choose the chat model, then click out on the gray area. Take note, the AI agent is the brain, while the chat model is the engine that writes the answer. So let's try it out by typing hello and wait for its response. It says, "Hello, how are you doing today?" So let's see what is in the chat model. See, Anything gives us an easy option called Anything Connect. So you do not have to pay. For now, you can see it shows $5 remaining. So Anything gives us a small amount of credits to test the chatbot. Next, let's add the memory. The memory helps the chatbot remember what was said earlier in the same conversation. For example, if I say my name is Humble and later I ask what is my name, the memory helps the chatbot to remember that. So in this setup, Anything is using section ID, that is in the memory, is using section ID. So each chat session has its own memory. Next, we have the context window length. It is set to 5, which means that the chatbot can use the last few interactions as context when answering. Next, we'll add a tool, in this case, HTTP request tool. Now, Anything does have easier options. For example, now we want to use Pinecone. You'll see it in a minute. But sometimes you may not be able to connect that Pinecone directly. Even though we are able to connect Pinecone directly, we don't want to do that. I want to show you the harder way using HTTP, because sometimes you may need to connect an app or service that does not have already made node in Anything. So what is HTTP request tool? It allows us to connect external API key manually. So instead of relying only on the inbuilt integration, you can send a request to another platform using URL or whatever. Next, type Pinecone on your browser, then you're gonna have this. Go to Assistant and set up your new assistant. I will leave Pinecone link on the comment section, so look at it. So go to Assistant, as you can see, then choose Create an Assistant. Choose the name of the assistant. In this case, it is called Milasco. Then after that, go to Files. That because we want to upload our document. The document has the questions and answers, frequently questions and answers. Upload it. When you upload it, try it in the chatbot. Copy the question that is there and see if Pinecone will give you the answer. In our case, it did give us the answer. Head over back and click on the HTTP request tool. Click on it. When you go in, these are the things that you will see. First of all, edit the description. I already did that. Import call. Click on import call. Go back to your Pinecone. Copy from call down to where the curly bracket ends. That is from number 3 to number 15. Whatever ends, copy from there. Come back and paste it here and import. Now that gives you the production URL, as you can see there. And then it gives you everything you need there. So you don't have to worry about filling. So the next thing we need to target now is the API key. Remember, we need the URL and we need the API key in order to connect Anything to Pinecone. Do not expose your API key, so I will not show you that here. So the process is you come to API keys in Pinecone because we want We want Pinecone API key. Create your new API key. Give a name for it. In this case is Mila Holmes, and create the key. After you create the key, please copy the key to somewhere that is safe, because you would not be able to access it here again. So copy it here. Then you come here where you have the API value and paste. All right. Next, we will change this JSON. All right. So from what is the inciting incident of Pride and Prejudice to type quotation mark, curly bracket. Just to recap, know that when you click on your HTTP request tool, there are several things that you have to edit. First of all, you have to edit the description to fit what you want. Second, you import your core. Third, you import your API key. You create your API key from Pinecone and put it back in the values where you have the API values. And thirdly, you change the JSON content from what is the inciting incident of Pride and Prejudice to the, $ from AI search query. All right, let's head over to the AI agent brain. All right, right now the AI brain is general. Now it knows a lot of things, but for this chatbot, we don't want it to answer from general knowledge. We want it to check our stored information in Pinecone and then answer question only from that. So we will use the system message that you see here to control the brain and give it rules. So the system message will tell it who is it, how to speak, what tools to use, and what to do and what not to do. So, and if you don't know how to write a system message from scratch, you can go to ChatGPT or Cloud and ask it to create one for you. So you can say, create a system message for N10 AI agent chatbot. Well, let me just post this on the screen. You can customize the prompt anyhow you want it. This is a very simple prompt. It can't be very complicated for a chatbot, because you do not want your chatbot to answer questions that are not necessary. Once your workflow is all done, you click on publish, so your workflow is live. Anyone with the link can access it. Again, remember that our chatbot was made publicly available. So with this link, if anyone accesses this link, that person can use the chatbot. So let's try it out. All right. Paste that. That's the chatbot link. And there you go. Our chatbot is live. Yay. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.